Hey, welcome to Hooked on Linux. This morning we're going to talk about workspaces. This is something that I've never used. I just don't use it. I can give you lots of reasons why I don't use it. Probably because I don't multitask. I'm generally only concentrating on one or two things at a time. Thirdly, I was too lazy to learn about it. Well, those things are going to change. Today, I started looking into workspaces, and this is something that I can really get behind. Okay, so let's just go at it. Go into your settings, and system settings, under preferences, we find workspaces. Click on workspaces. So in the system settings of workspaces, we can configure our interface. Using a big word there, interface. I'm going to enable the workspace OSD. OSD is on-screen display so that we can see it. Allow cycling through workspaces, and this is so that we can jump from one space to another. Use only workspaces on a primary monitor. Requires a system restart. I'm not selecting that only because I don't want to restart my machine. And we'll put our display as a grid instead of a God knows what. I mean, I can criticize right away, and I can say, if we get to display it as a grid, what's the other option? It doesn't tell us what the other option. Anyway, that's okay. So now that we've set it up, we don't need this anymore. What we do need is to figure out how to look at them. Funnily enough, the workspaces are there, but nowhere could I find how to view them, how to open them, how to look at them. You would think that it would be something simple like here, going to all these applications, scroll down to where you get to workspaces, click on workspaces. The same thing shows up as my settings. So I'm thinking to myself, well, what the heck do I have to do to view it? Like, this was one of the first things that I tried to look at, and I could never figure it out. So today I'm brave enough to try. And so I'm just going to type in configure workspaces on Linux Mint. So here, and Leo comes up with the best answer, of course, always. Let's configure workspaces in Linux Mint, open the system settings, select workspaces. We did this. And we can manage it with keyboard shortcuts. Keyboard shortcut. I didn't know there was such a thing as keyboard shortcuts for things. Now, I'm not a fan of keyboard shortcuts. Keyboard shortcuts are just a little bit more acceptable than the terminal when it comes to graphic user interfaces. But I'll take what I can get. So keyboard shortcuts here, it says Control, Alt, left and right to switch between adjacent workspaces. Control Alt up to view all workspaces in an expo grid. Visual management. Control Alt up to open the workspace view, where you can click the plus button to add new desktops. Okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this. So we're just going to go with Control Alt up. By hitting Control Alt up, this is what you start to see. You see the only workspace that existing. And it's showing both the monitors that I'm using, which is fine. I can add one by going over here and clicking on the plus button. Add another workspace. Once I click on this workspace, I'm completely, I don't see everything else that I'm working on. So I could go on this one here, and let's say I decided that I wanted to do some work editing. So I can start my KDN Live. And I can, mess around and do that. And then I'm thinking to myself, you know what? Okay, I gotta switch back, and I've got to do something else. So create another workspace by hitting Control Alt and the up arrow, and that opens it up. You can see how you can use this in your everyday life, right? You can quickly understand that whatever workspace you're working on is receiving 100% of the resources that are being used. And that's pretty beneficial. You don't need to have 10 or 15 open applications on one desktop and expect your machine to handle it. And that's probably one of the benefits of resource allocation that otherwise you wouldn't have. So now that I'm on these workspaces, I can go here and I can say, you know what? I'm going to name this workstation because it's just going to stay there all the time. This is something I use regularly, right? And I can just, let's call it Recording Studio. And I can go down here and I can call this one whatever I want. Let's call it Cutting Room. That's all right, and that's where I'll do my editing. And hit enter. And so you can name them. And then you can start adding as many workspaces as you like. So with all the different types of tasks that you do, you can set up a workspace for each and every one of them. Because your resources are only being used on the workspace that you're using. So you're not wasting valuable resources on open applications. Makes sense, right? Basic keyboard commands that you can use is, here, I put it on the screen, Control Alt and up, and it opens up all the workspaces that you're in. And you can scroll along simply by using the arrows on your keyboard to view them, and then you can click on them as you so desire to get from one to the next. Now, while you're working on this workspace, we can scroll through them by using Control Alt and either of the over arrows. 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, they all look the same because I've not populated them. So here's the recording studio and the cutting room, and then all these other ones. And there we go. You can be working on this one, and I want to take this active app that I'm using and move it to another workspace. I can do that by using Shift, Control, Alt, and over arrow, and it moves it to workspace number 1, which you can see now it's getting kind of cluttered. So my question at this, if I go and I look at my workspaces, and I'm going to go Control Alt up, see the cutting room now is empty. I physically moved it. I didn't copy it. I moved it. Now to copy from one to the other, so I'm just going to open up a text editor, and I can make a little something to copy here. My mother told me to avoid you. It doesn't mean anything. Honestly, I'm not suffering from any kind of mother traumas or anything like that. I just wrote down the first thing that came into my head so that I can copy it. Okay, so I'm going to copy this into my clipboard. And then I'm going to go Control Alt up, and I'm going to go and select another workspace like this one, workspace 5. Go on to workspace 5. I'm going to open up the text editor, and I'm going to click paste. My mother told me to avoid you. So you can copy from one workspace to the other as well, which, whatever finds you handy. That makes sense to you, eh? Makes sense to me too. All right, close without saving. Done. Excellent. So we're getting to know these workspaces. I think I'm going to try this out for a period of time and see how it goes, where every task that I do, and so I don't have, too many applications open all at once. Yeah, this is all new to me, so this is something that I don't regularly work with. But it was interesting to see and to work with all the different workspaces. And so there's a few other things that we're going to try with these workspaces. So let's just flip over to workspace 3 and let's change the desktop background to something else. There we go. That's our new desktop. So my question is this: changing the desktop on this workspace, does it have an effect on the other workspaces? So let's flip to this one. Guess what? It does. So I don't know if I like this, because part of what, having different workspaces is to have different workspaces, right? And what else happens with workspaces? I mean, and this is the question. I'm going to power down and power back up. I want to know if everything on this workspace stays. And I'm going to do it from this workspace, right? So here we go, powering down. And this is what we boot up to. Nothing. A bit of a bust, I think. Workspaces are still there, and they're still labeled, but all the apps have been shut down. And it makes me think that what's the point if I can't preserve my workspaces, right? That's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. Yeah, so that was bizarre. For some reason, I thought that I would be able to just jump right in after turning it on. That the workspace would just show up already, open apps ready for me, but I guess it doesn't work that way. Yeah, well, that's all I got to say about workspaces. Let me know in the comments if you use workspaces and what I'm missing here. If I'm missing anything, perhaps there's more to it than this, but hopefully at least this will get me started. I'll make a commitment to use these workspaces for different tasks and jobs over the next few months, and I'll do a follow-up on it. Anyway, if you got something out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks for hanging out with me this morning. We'll talk to you soon.